What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is KingTy, and I am back here with another episode of the OTR show. Today, I have a very special episode for you. It is the NFL Week 1 recap show. I'm going to run through all the final scores of Week 1 and tell you everything that happened at the very end of the episode. I have a brand new segment. It is called the OTR Awards. After every single week of this year's NFL season, I will be giving away 5 awards that you can vote for on Twitter at the OTR show. So make sure you follow us. There will be polls after each week that you vote for the 5 winners of these awards. It'll be Offensive MVP, Defensive MVP, Stinker of the Week, Team of the Week, and lastly, Coach of the Week. So make sure you follow our Twitter at the OTR show if you want to be able to participate in voting on who you think should win that week's award. Also, while we're talking about following things, make sure you hit the subscribe button and go ahead and hit the like button and go ahead and comment below on our YouTube channel at the OTR show who you think was the best team this week, and then also tell us who's your biggest sleeper to win the Super Bowl after what you saw in Week 1. Also, make sure you follow all of our major streaming channels on all your biggest platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout. Hit us up on all of our social medias: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at the OTR Show. Visit www.overtheropesports.com and check out my very first article that was posted on Sunday before the game called "An Off-Season Only in Washington." I gave a run-through with everything that happened on this crazy offseason for the Washington football team right before we hit Game 1, in which a very special thing happened. But now that it's time to start the show, I have a very special reveal for you all. It is the first ever magnificent reveal, something that will come soon to you all, possibly. So go ahead and give me that drum roll. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the very first OTR show hat. Boom. I will be sporting this from now on in every single show in the future. If you all want to buy these hats, let me know. We'll probably have a sale sometime for merch coming up soon. You'll be able to buy hats. You'll be able to buy shirts, like the shirt that I posted on my Twitter a couple weeks ago when I was at the beach when we had the whole Truly thing. But with that being said, we just got a hat made. This is a little test run to see how everybody likes them. You'll be able to get them in snapbacks, and I believe we're going to try to make some regular hats. So if you want those, hit us up. Let us know. Comment below what you think about the hats. Comment below if you think that we should start making merch, because that is definitely something we have our eyes on, and we are really excited. So with that being said, let's go ahead and kick off today's show, and let's get into this NFL Week 1 recap show. But before we do, it is time to celebrate, because, ladies and gentlemen, since 2014, the Washington football team has won a home opener. Of course, that is the game we're going to start with, and we got to have ourselves a little Truly hard seltzer black cherry lemonade. Got to put it in my Truly koozie. Thank you for all the Truly members out there for sending me all this wonderful stuff. You sent me the koozies and the hat. Also, remember, we're still giving away one of these koozies. Check our Twitter. I haven't put the contest out there yet, but I will after this video, so check that out. Make sure to like, give it a retweet, and follow our page. You'll be able to win one of these nice Truly koozies, especially if you're a hard seltzer drinker or just any type of can. Hell, this could fit a Red Bull, anything. Sport this. I might give one of these away. Actually, I will. It's not even a might. But we're going to go ahead and crack this open, get us a little swig, because, golly, it feels good to beat the Eagles. It feels good to win Week 1. It feels good to go 1-0. And that's going to be the game I start with, because why not? We're already talking about it. The Philadelphia Eagles, them dirty birds, took a trip to Washington FedEx Field. Face off, Week 1 opener, NFC East rivalry matchup. And what happened was, we didn't see it at first. The Eagles go up 17-0. All of a sudden, Washington kicks that pace up into the first half. Dwayne Haskins to Logan Thomas, touchdown, 17-7. And then it just went from there. The Washington defense clicked. They had a game, 8 sacks, tying 4th for the most sacks ever in a game. bunch of sacks, had Carson Wentz on his back the whole time. Lockdowns, we had 2 interceptions, Fabian Moreau. Also, we had Jimmy Moreland, got 2 interceptions, also a forced fumble by my man, Chase Young. Great game from Washington. They ended up winning 27-17, knocked it out of the park, went 1-0, and we're going to drink to that again. So, now that game's out of the way, Washington is now 1-0. Eagles is 0-1. Our first game of the week was Thursday night. You had the Houston Texans taking a trip to the Kansas City Chiefs. And now everybody was wondering, how are the Texans going to be without any receiving threats for Deshaun Watson? How are the Chiefs going to be? Are they going to still look like a Super Bowl contending team? And ladies and gentlemen, they do. Patrick Mahomes came out also with his rookie Carlos. I botched that. Why did I say Carlos? I'm thinking of the other team. Anyways, Chiefs came out with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Perfect rookie debut. He had, I believe it was like 138 yards, 1 touchdown. Mahomes threw for 211 or something like that. Let's see. I got the stats right here. Yep, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. The Chiefs ended up winning that game 34-20. We can see that the Texans, they just don't got it without receiving threats, man. David Johnson was a great addition. He went 11 carries for 77 yards. Then you had Deshaun Watson. He did okay. He had an okay game, 253 yards and a touchdown, but they're just not like they were. So Chiefs get the NFL season opening victory. Then we go on to the Jets versus the Bills. You got Sam Darnold. Is Sam Darnold still seeing ghosts? Is Le'Veon still underperforming? Both of those answers are yes, they are. The Bills take the win 27-17. Josh Allen kicks it in. He had 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, and it was a fantastic game for the Bills. They go 1-0, and we'll drink to those two, Chiefs and Bills. Then you got that bad man, Aaron Rodgers. Took a trip to Minnesota to face off with the Vikings, and he put on a clinic, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's like, oh, Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't have receiving threat other than Devontae Adams. Nah, buddy, he found some help. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Alan Lazard, he got him some receiving help and put up 364 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Vikings to carry them for a win over the Vikings. Packers go over 43-34. Then next, you got them Browns, them stinky Browns takes on the Ravens. Is Lamar Jackson still going at it? Are the Ravens coming back for revenge this season? I believe the answer could be yes. Baker Mayfield stunk it up, and I mean stunk it up. Possibly even so bad that he could be the stinker of the week this week. But let me ask you this. Baker Mayfield, how in the world do you got all this talent around you and still cannot perform? You got Nick Chubb. You got Jarvis Landry. You got Odell Beckham Jr. You overpaid the highest paying tight end in Austin Hooper. You got David Njoku. All this help around you. Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, all these people, and you still cannot win a game. The problem for the Browns is not the rest of the Browns. It is not Odell Beckham. It is not David Njoku. It is not Jarvis Landry. It is not Kareem Hunt, not Nick Chubb, not any of them. The problem for the Cleveland Browns is Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is the problem for the Cleveland Browns, but no one wants to believe it. They don't want to see it. Baker is not their guy. And it would not surprise me, ladies and gentlemen, if the Browns had another losing record this year. And it really wouldn't surprise me, ladies and gentlemen, if the Browns were the first pick in next year's drafts. But the Ravens kept it going. Lamar Jackson, 275 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. He was running 445 yards rushing. He had a game. They proved themselves that they're out for revenge. You had rookie J.K. Dobbins. He had a game, 22 yards, and I believe it was 2 touchdowns. They just went out for it. Ravens proving that defense is still good, even without Earl Thomas, proving that offense is still good. They're hungry. They're ready. The Ravens are coming for revenge, and they take the Week 1 victory over division rival, the Cleveland Browns. And Ravens and Packers will drink to that, baby. Next up, you had Gardner Minshew. Phillip Rivers. The Colts took a trip to Jacksonville. Was Minshew Mania still alive? Are the Jaguars really tanking? Because I don't know. That's what everybody says. But Minshew's like, you know that Jordan meme that says it became personal for me? That's exactly how Minshew is. He saw that they were trying to tank. He was like, man, I'm y'all starting one. I'm y'all starting QB1. This is my team. And when I saw that, it became personal for me. And it really did. Gardner Minshew had a hell of a game. 19 out of 20 passes complete. 173 yards, 3 touchdowns for the win over the Indianapolis Colts. And let me tell you guys, Minshew Mania is still alive. It is still there. He is out to prove that he is the future of Jacksonville, and I'm excited to see what happens there. Then our next game, you had the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, not Oakland, take a trip to Carolina Panthers to face off Matt Rule's new team with quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. How would the Panthers do with Bridgewater and McCaffrey? Well, Bridgewater didn't have a bad game, 270 yards, 1 touchdown. McCaffrey didn't have a bad game, 96 yards. I think he had a couple touchdowns. Yeah, 2 touchdowns. They did not have bad games, but they just weren't enough for that Raiders team. Derek Carr went out and threw 239 yards and a touchdown. Henry Ruggs, he had 55 yards. You got that speed. Josh Jacobs had 93 yards, 25 carries, 3 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs still proving he's an elite back for this year. The Raiders take the win over the Panthers, 34-30. Raiders and Jaguars. I will drink to that. Next up, you had the Chicago Bears take a trip to the Detroit Lions. Oh, how was it going to happen? Is Mitch Trubisky still that guy? Can he do it? Is he still that guy? Is he still that guy after beating out Nick Foles? Are people still worried? Well, I'll tell you this. Just know the Detroit Lions had a 23-6 lead in the third quarter. Well, Mitchell Trubisky brought that comeback and won 27-23. Lions defense slacked. Trubisky took over, and they got that dub for week 1, 27-23 to the Bears. The Bears. Then next up, you had the Seattle Seahawks take on to the Atlanta. The ATL take a trip down to see them ugly jerseys. Where Russell Wilson? Is he still on that Super Bowl path? Is he still a candidate for one of the best quarterbacks in the league? And let me give you your answer. He went down to Atlanta, and he proved exact that. 31 out of 35 attempted completions. Then 322 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Russell Wilson still proving that he is that guy. And do not be scared because the Seahawks got that week 1 victory, 38-25 over the Atlanta Falcons. Then next up, but before we do that, we're going to drink to that. Congratulations, Seahawks, Bears, for the wins. Once again, shout out Truly. Give me that sponsorship. I really want it. Then we got next up, the Miami Dolphins go down. Well, not down. Goes up to old Foxborough. Takes on the New England Patriots. Can Bill Belichick make Cam Newton that solid quarterback in New England? How will he fare out? Well, let me tell you this right now. He fared out pretty well. 0 touchdowns passing, but he also had 2 touchdowns rushing, 155 passing yards, 0 interceptions. Cam Newton looks to be the Patriots guy with a win over the Dolphins, 21-11. Still no Tua Tagovailoa. Ryan Fitzpatrick seems to be their guy still. He had 191 yards. Oh, God, he had 3 interceptions, though. Somebody stunk it up. 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Then we go on to our next game. It is the Chargers versus the Bengals. How is Joe Burrow going to do in his NFL debut week 1 against the Chargers? Well, let's say he almost had the win, but the ref screwed it up. Offensive pass interference on A.J. Green with the game-winning touchdown. All of a sudden, 4. Here's the deal. It was tied. It could have been a tie ball game. It was 16-13. That pass interference cost them that winning game. They take it out. They're going to kick the ball. Can we tie it up and get an overtime kick? Bengals bring out their kicker. He binds up He kicks and, oh my God, he shanks the hell out of it and then grabs his hamstring, grabs the right leg on camera, but then goes into the locker room and says that he hurt his left leg. Which one was it, buddy? I know you got embarrassed on national television. I don't even know if it was national television, but I know you got embarrassed on television or just in game time situation for blowing the lead week 1. It's okay. It happens to the best of them. Happens to the best of them. But now he's out because they think he's got 2 hamstring injuries because he done told him that both of them hurt. Anyways, Chargers get the win over the Bengals. Tyrod Taylor had a decent game, 208 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown. There were some rushing touchdowns from Joshua Kelly, but it was all right game. Bunch of field goals. Chargers take that week 1 win. Then next game, we have, oh boy, Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals, DeAndre Hopkins with a new career record take on the defending Super Bowl runner-up, San Francisco 49ers, and I'm telling you, they put on a show. Kyler Murray, boy, man, let me tell you. DeAndre Hopkins, 14 receptions, 151, 0 touchdowns. So that was a record receptions and yards for him in one game. Rushing, Kyler Murray had 91 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Kenyon Drake had 60 and a touchdown. And the Arizona Cardinals walked out of San Francisco with the win, 24-20 over the 49ers. I've been calling it. San Fran, y'all a bunch of frauds. Jimmy G ain't good. At best, Jimmy G is a mid-level quarterback, average at best, not no above average. You've been fluked out, fluke Super Bowl. I bet you, like I called it, the 49ers will have a fall-off season this year. Then next up, but before we do that, of course, I got Patriots, I got Chargers, and I got the Cardinals. Y'all got the week 1 wins. And with that being said, I drink to that. Next game, we had prime time, baby. The Buccaneers, Tom Brady's new team. Oh, my God, they're going to the Super Bowl. Oh. Take on Tanola to the New Orleans to face on Drew Brees and the Saints. And how did it go? Well, let me tell you this. Tom Brady is probably on track for 32 interceptions. Brady already threw 2 interceptions in his week 1 debut with the Buccaneers, and they take that L to Drew Brees 34-23. Everybody's like, oh, Brady, whenever he loses the week 1 game, he always bounces back and wins the Super Bowl. Guys, I'm telling you, that ain't happening. This team ain't going to the Super Bowl. Brady should have retired while he was on top. I don't see it. Mike Evans got locked down all game till the very end. Even with the Saints, Michael Thomas got hurt. He only had like 9 yards or something like that, I believe. Let's see. 17 yards. He only had 3 receptions, though, so he was slacking. Either way, I don't think the Buccaneers are going to live up to their hype this season. Brady's a little bit washed. I mean, yeah, he might be the greatest quarterback of all time, but he's washed. Should have retired when he was on top. Gronk, you should have stayed retired, dude. I know you came back to play with your best friend, but just cut it, man. Cut it. Next game, Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys went to L.A. in that new beautiful stadium. I mean beautiful, and it's freaking expensive as hell, man. The most expensive stadium I've ever heard of, but it's beautiful. L.A. Stadium. Cowboys took a trip to play the Rams, and how did it go? Well, let me tell you how it went, guys. The Cowboys got shut down, man. They got shut down. Now, listen. Everybody was like, McCarthy's going to work with this team, but I can't even say that because the Rams look like to be a good team, so you never know what the Cowboys are going to do. I just don't think the Cowboys are going to be that efficient. They had some major injuries, which I'm really sorry about. That sucks. Along with Philadelphia, I hate injuries in football. It always is a sucker. But the Rams, they look pretty solid. You know, Jared Goff, he's still on top of his game. Aaron Donald was out there taking freaking linemen, picking them up and just throwing them into the quarterback. Dak was dying out there with that line. If that's what Aaron Donald does, I can't wait to see what Washington's line defense does to Dallas's offensive line. But The Rams got the victory 2017 over the Cowboys. And for the Buccaneers and the Rams, not the Buccaneers, no, I'm not drinking for y'all. The Saints and the Rams, I will drink for that week 1 victory. Y'all are 1-0. Last 2 games, we got Monday Night Football, baby. Monday Night Football, you had the first game. The Pittsburgh Steelers took on the New York Giants, and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me tell you how this game went, and I'll sum it up with this right here. Ben Roethlisberger had 9 rushing yards, right? Well, guess what? Saquon Barkley had 6 rushing yards. That Pittsburgh defense is legit, and they locked the Giants down. I mean, locked them down. Big Ben coming in format still. 229 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And then, Trash Can Dan is still stinking it up in New York. He had 26 out of 41 attempts. He pat-statted the hell out of 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, but matched it with 2 interceptions. And you want me to believe that Daniel Jones is going to be better than Dwayne Haskins? Yeah. But y'all ain't slandering him. Oh, it's okay. It's week 1. He's a sophomore quarterback. We'll give him a break. Yeah. Come on. Anyways, Pittsburgh with the win over the Giants on Monday Night Football, 26-16. Then we go on to face the next Monday night game. The Titans took a trip to Denver and took a win, 16-14. It was an interesting game. Drew Lock had an all right game. Missed a winning touchdown, I heard, but, that's how it goes. Melvin Gordon seems to be the lock for Denver's rushing game, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. But Denver couldn't get it done. Derrick Henry didn't have any touchdowns, but he rushed 116 yards. Tannehill came out and stunk it up a little bit. Had 2 touchdowns there, 249 yards, only completed 29 out of 43. But the Titans take the Monday Night Football win by only 2 points, 16-14. Broncos could have won the game. But, hey, Steelers, Titans, I'll drink to that because you all are 1-0. And with that look, I believe on my predictions I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got maybe 5. 5. That's definitely 5. 5 or 6 games wrong on my predictions. So not an undefeated predictions just yet. Going to work on it. Will KingTy be able to get an undefeated prediction seat? Will he go no L's? Will everything be completely right? Comment below and let me know if I'm going to predict a perfect week this NFL season. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time, and I am so excited to tell you all this. I'm pulling up the results. It is time for the first ever OTR show NFL awards, and I'm so ready to get it going, so we're going to Twitter. What has everybody got for me? The results are in. They're in. I ran a poll, and they all finished up. The first poll I will talk about will be who was Week 1's NFL Coach of the Week, and it looks like undisputed. Your choices were Ron Rivera, Bill Belichick, Cliff Kingsbury, John Harbaugh. Which one of these coaches, all with wins this week, did the best? And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, your winner. The coach bringing Washington football team their first home opening win since 2014, Ron Rivera. Let's give a round of applause for Riverboat Ron. He is the first ever OTR Show award winner and Coach of the Week for Week 1. Then our next poll was who is the Week 1 Stinker of the Week. Your choices were the Browns, the Giants, the Dolphins, and the Bengals. Who won the Stinker of the Week? And it was no other than, what did I tell you? Baker Mayfield and the Browns. The man, Zell 2.0. The myth, Definitely not a legend, but got a lot of talent around him and still can't get him done. The Browns will take the OTR show's first ever stinker of the week. And then next up, we got vote who you thought was going to be the week 1 team of the week, and this one's undisputed as well. And the winners are the Washington football team wins the week 1 team of the week. I forgot to get a thing, so we're just putting Ron back. Ron, he took coach of the week. He also took team of the week. Looks like Washington's on a roll. Next up, we got who you thought was the rookie of the week. I forgot that one, to mention that one at the beginning of the episode. Choices were, oh, by the way, the choices for the last one, team of the week, was Ravens, Washington, Seahawks, and Packers. Washington blew it out. Next up, your choices were for the rookie of the week, Chase Young, C.J. Henderson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Patrick Queen, who took the dub in this one. The week 1 rookie of the week for the OTR Show Awards is none other than Chase Young. And no, I'm not rigging this because I'm a Washington fan. You all can see the results. Chase Young won that right there. Yep. See, Washington football team won. It's not rigged, guys. I promise. Like I said, if you want to complain, vote next week. Every selection changes based on everyone's performance. Then this next one up, who is the week 1 defensive MVP of the week for the OTR Show Awards? And it is none other than another Washington football player. Oh, by the way, Chase Young, before I get to this, 4 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and a forced fumble is definitely the reason why Chase Young won the Rookie of the Week this week. Next up, who's the defensive MVP of the week? None other than Ryan Kerrigan. He had a handful of tackles. He had 2 sacks, which breaks the all-time sack record for our franchise. He is now the leader with 92 or 93 sacks. 93 sacks, I believe. Ryan Kerrigan, congratulations. You are the week 1 defensive MVP of the week. And our last one to end off the episode, who is the first ever week 1 offensive MVP of the week? Will it be Russell Wilson? Will it be Lamar Jackson? Will it be Aaron Rodgers? Or will it be Gardner Minshew? Ladies and gentlemen, the last award for the OTR shows, week 1, it is offensive MVP of the week, Russell Wilson. Like I said, he went off and proved that he is still that guy and is ready for another season. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to all these winners, including my man, stinky old Baker. Baker, you want a drink, man? Come on, man. No. It's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the first ever OTR Show Award winners. Tune in next week. Like I said, vote on Twitter, at the OTR Show. See, it's even on the hat, guys. Look. At the OTR Show. Follow us on Twitter right there. Do it good. With that being said, congratulations to all these winners. Every single one that's in this list, congratulations to you all, and I will drink to that. With that being said, that is all for today's episode. KingTy officially signing off. Stay sauced.